Hey guys, I have a story that I want to share with you. Now, I have shared this story on here before, but I want to come at it at a little different angle tonight. Um, I want to talk to you about the way that God will parent us. Now, He can be all things to us, and one of the things that He is a parent, and He's a good parent, and He parents each of us exactly where we're at spiritually. Okay, so I want to give you an example. Okay, because I like visuals, because visuals help to lock things into our noggin, right? Okay, I have 5 grandchildren. I have a 14-year-old, I have 2 7-year-olds, I have a 5-year-old, and then I have an almost 9-month-old baby Cooper. Okay, now y'all know I keep Cooper. Now, if Cooper reaches up, grabs my hair, and yanks it, what am I going to do? Cooper, no, no, that hurts. I'm just going to take his hands out of my hair. Baby, that hurts. He doesn't know. He's 9 months old. He's just learning how to reach and grab and get things. He doesn't know. My 14-year-old walks up, snatches my hair. What do you think I'm going to do? Yeah, my response is going to be a little different because she's 14 years old and she knows better. She knows that hurts. She knows that's rude. She knows that's ugly. She knows I expect better of her than that. Okay, are we all on the same page here? I'm going to parent the 14-year-old differently than I am the 9-month-old. Okay, now here's the story that I have. Whenever I was working at Easy Mart, there was this man that used to come in, and he was real grouchy and he was real gripey, and he could just push every button. He would push buttons you didn't even know you had. He was just that kind of individual. He just rubbed everybody, and everybody felt that way about this guy. He just was very unpleasant. He was cranky. He was rude. There was always something else that he needed you to do for him. He was just, you get what I'm saying. Okay. Well, we all dreaded seeing this particular guy come into the store, and sure enough, he come in one day and caught me in just the right mood, and I was rude back. I am not proud of this fact. I do not condone the fact that I was rude back, but I was rude, really rude. Okay, so he leaves the store, and I don't even remember what all I said to him, but it wasn't nice and it was rude. And as soon as he walks out the door, I can feel my heavenly daddy giving me this look. The young lady, I taught you better than that look. The very unhappy look, the look. And I tried to ignore it for a good little while, and then finally I'm like, okay, I know. I knew I had done wrong in his eyes. To the world's eyes, well, maybe he had it coming because he's always rude. He's always just him. I mean, it's just how he is. So to the world, he had it coming. A lot of people might have, good job. Not him. Not him. See, he calls us to a higher standard. He raised me better than that. I represent him. Everywhere I go, I represent him. And I did not represent him well that day. So I finally told him, look, okay, I know. When he comes back in, I will apologize. Now, this guy wasn't a daily customer. He wasn't necessarily even a weekly customer. So kind of in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, it could be weeks before he comes in, and I was kind of going to accidentally on purpose forget to apologize to him. Well, wouldn't you just know it? He come in like just a couple of days later. And wouldn't you just know it? The store was completely empty except for me and him. So your girl ponied up. Your girl did what she told the Lord that she would do. I apologized to him. And it went something along the lines was the other day, I told him, I said, I'm ringing up his stuff, right? And I said, I owe you an apology. I was very rude to you the other day. And I said, I am a Christian and I did not represent Jesus well, and I am sorry. I said, I was very rude, and I would just like to offer you my apology. Now, I fully expected this man to rip me a new one because that's just kind of the person that he was. I mean, and I gave him a good opportunity to just let me have it. But do you want to know what that man did? That man looks at me, kind of cocks his head, and he goes, well, that's all right. We all have bad days. Picks up his stuff and leaves. That was it. I mean, leaves me there like, I got taught a lesson. I got humbled. I got taught a lesson about grace from the most unlikely person. I did, but I also got taught a lesson. Jesus will parent you, and he will parent you well. See, I was old enough to know better than to behave in that manner. And he made me go back and fix it. He made me go back and apologize. I would have rather eaten worm dirt washed down with fish tank water than apologize to that man for anything. But my Jesus wasn't going to let me get away with that. He's like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You are mine. You represent me, and I raised you better than that. You go back and you make that right, and you apologize. See, it wasn't his response. It was my actions. See, I am responsible for my actions, and I am responsible for representing my Jesus well everywhere I go. So here's the thing. Jesus will let you get away with some things depending on where you are at spiritually. But there's going to come a time whenever he's going to look at you and he's going to go, no, you know better than that. I raised you better than that. Now I'm going to need you to go fix that. And whenever he gives you that look, then that's what we have to do. And I'm going to tell you what, though, the lesson that I learned, see, what I should have done was what I should have done was whenever that man, and I could feel myself getting agitated, what I should have done, Jesus, help me. Help me to represent you here. But see, I didn't. I let Mary Beth off the chain. And I had to go round her back up. And then I had to go apologize for what I let this mouth say whenever I let Mary Beth in control of it. So here's a lesson. Whenever you feel yourself getting that way, and you know what, and we're going to do it. Lord, help me. Lord, give me grace. Give me patience with this person. And it's easier to do that than it is to have to go back and make an apology to somebody who's really crotchety. But he did teach me a very valuable lesson. And you want to know what else? I don't think I ever had any more problem out of that, man. I think anytime I was just thinking about that. Whenever I was thinking about putting his post up, I thought, I don't think I ever had any more problem out of him. Whenever he come in there, it was like, I don't know if anybody else did or not, but it's like all of a sudden he was a non-issue whenever he come in there. So I don't know, but Jesus will parent you. He expects us to grow, and there will be a time whenever he's going to say, no, sir, no, ma'am. You're old enough. You know better. Now go fix it. Yeah? Yeah. All right. I love y'all. Be blessed.